everyone! Today we are taking a look at Land of Eternal Sleep Adventure, and this is our first clear for it. So I'm going to go through it and do some commentary with it, but I know we're skipping some of the mechanics, especially in the first wave. Okay, I always like to take a second and go over the markers. In the very back of the room there's a 2 and 3. This is where the bombs will go to. The purple marker kind of in the middle is where the mechanic team is going to be. The white marker is where the whole raid will stand other than the mechanic team, and the green marker really close is where the tanks are and tanking, and off to the side there should be a marker for where the tanks run when they get the 20 stacks, and I don't see it. It's kind of like that angel statue like thing in the back. For raid setup, you need 2 tanks for this. We have 3 just because they're being nice and letting me join. But usually 2 tanks, and the last 2 columns of our raid group are going to be the groups that go in for phase 2. Most of the raid we're leaving out because the ads come faster. So in the back on the purple marker, our raid group, our mech group went to sleep, and we need 1 purple line over them in order to wake them up. So the first phase is mostly the same. We don't want those purple lines to have 2 over people. We just want 1 over the raid group that are asleep. One difference between this and normal is that we have 1 extra ad, it looks like, in the back for the raids. So 1 at a time, each person moves away from the raid. It works really well if the raid caller calls out whose turn it is. Now, you need to make sure you have at least 4 people in the back, maybe 5. Afterwards is the Void Storm, so make sure everybody runs out away from the boss. After Space Storm is another round of ads, and here's where we're skipping some mechanics. We would have gotten another round of wraiths, followed by the seed bombs, and then another round of wraiths, and then it repeats with the sleep. So we missed 1 mechanic there. Now for phase 2, he goes back to the center, and you want to interrupt these ads. Now they're going to run around, and they apparently accumulate faster here, or hit harder, I'm not sure entirely which, but you want a larger force to go and kill these. Now inside that purple portal at the back is the smaller raid group, and they're killing ads inside of the portal to be able to see what color order we want to destroy these portals in. Now here we're just going through and killing the ads, and the raid leader is calling out the portal colors. You can see some of the portals are missing already, and we'll go through that. Tank's job at this phase is just to wrangle up all the mobs so that we're kind of together. You could see the interrupt there. It's really important that you interrupt these mobs. It will wipe a large part of the raid if you don't. Now you can see all of our portals are gone now. We killed them in the proper order. Now this is a difference between adventure and normal. You can see this crystal here, and off this crystal is a cross. So you want to make sure that you move out of the cross. You can't control where the cross goes, unlike in Dragon City Altar. Now also you can see the purple circle in the back, and it will follow the closest player to it, and you want to move that out so it's one of the mech teams, so they get the wraiths here, and also any of the other mechanics. There's also seed phase during this, and I'll get a seed I think in this particular run. Like normal, we do the wraiths, then the space storm, then the wraiths, then the seed bomb, then the wraiths again in space storm. So that's kind of the order of the mechanics, but we have again these balls that are added in for phase 3 like normal, but when they get smaller and smaller and you run into them, it will drop the purple puddle. And then when you have these soul reapers are also added to adventure mode, and you'll see them here again in the background in just a minute. There they go. They're next to the portal. If you get red text over your head, you want to move those near the portal. Now here's the seeds. You just spread out for seeds like normal. Okay, for those wraiths, unlike Altar, where you can just go over and hit them to kill them, for this we actually send 3 people into the portal, and they go in and kill the ads that are in there, and they're the ones that are kind of controlling the wraiths. So once you kill those ads in the portal, then the wraiths disappear. Okay, now I think we're up to go ahead, and there's the Bead of Darkness, that's again the ball. Again, it just is continuous through this phase, and it will follow the person closest to you. So if you see a big purple circle on the ground near the raid, everybody needs to move away from it so that the person who is supposed to take it can be closest to it. And again, there was those ads in the back where there were 4 of them. Now the wraiths again are going over towards the portal, and these could have gone closer to the portal just so that it's quicker to kill them. So that's pretty much it for most of these mechanics. I'm going to try to get a better video of this next time when I run it with my regular group, so you can at least see what the tanks are doing better and some of the others. Again, here's the seeds just spreading out. You want to keep most of the raid in really close to the boss so that you're careful and not ending up getting mechanics for people that aren't supposed to be getting the mechanics. And this is starting to get a little messy, but hopefully it gives you a good idea of what to look for and what to expect when you go into adventure versus normal. And again, it just keeps up with the wraiths and the ads. You can see some of the ads in the background one at a time. You can move away from them. Typically the person who has the ball is going to get a wraith or get the ad, and you're going to want to move away from them first so that they can keep moving with the ball. Here again is this void storm and the cross continuous in the background with this crystal. Alright, Soul Reapers are up next, and they will get the red text, and you want to move close to the portal if possible. And again, raid, just avoid the cross. And so that was it for our first run. Hopefully, again, this is helpful to some of you, and I will see about making a video so you can see some of the mechanics a little bit better. You're watching VGO 40, and this is VGO Girl, and we will see you next time in World of Kings.